Good morning, welcome back to my channel. It's your host Asian Hero. So today we're gonna be talking about the best champion, best legendary champion in on every faction, and we're talking about versatility, not just being best, something that you can use not only on boss clan, faction wars, Doom Tower, dungeons, arena, those kind of stuff. When I say versatility, yeah, you can use them anywhere and they still do their job very good actually on their job. So we start on doing the Bannerlord. So Bannerlord, we have Cetalia. I know some of you guys will choose Raglin, but we're talking about the versatility of one champion here and only legendaries. So Bannerlord, we have Cetalia. Reason why I chose Cetalia, one of the best, is because of the A3. Yeah, has a 75% chance. We're talking about 75% chance, so that means your accuracy. You have a better chance of getting that buff or debuff from one champion. So it has a 75% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies, then decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 10% and fills the turn meter of all allies by 10%. So decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 20% and fills the turn meters of all enemies by 20 if 5 or more buffs were removed. So this is good for faction. It's also good for Doom Tower. You can also use her for the clan boss arena because of the turn meter. Yeah. All right, so we go to High Elves. So we're choosing only one every faction, only one legendary. So in High Elves we have Arbiter, of course. I cannot choose Ethos over Arbiter. It's because Ethos is good only for being a nook, good only for arena, good only for faction, Doom Tower. But Arbiter is good for everything. Clan boss, name it, faction wars, Doom Tower, because of her speed, revival, those kind of stuff. And she's good because of the A3. Place a 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, then fills the turn meter of all allies by 30%. Heals all allies by 25% of their max HP if they have less than 50%. And she also have that speed in arena battle for 30%. So we go to Segred. Yeah, I can't choose Lysandra because Lysandra, you can own. There's a downside of Lysandra, which is the clan boss. I don't think she's a. Yep, she doesn't have anything. Turn meter, you cannot control the clan boss with turn meter. I don't think you can. So she's not even good on that. And she only has one utility for clan boss, which is the speed buff. And some of the boss and clan boss you cannot put sleep, stand, or heal reduction. So I don't think she's good on that. So I'm just gonna go with Arbiter. Arbiter is everything. Alright, so we're moving on to Sacred Order. Sacred Order, we have Cardiel. Cardiel has an A2. Removes all debuff from all allies. Then place a block debuff and revive on death. Buff on all allies for 2 turns, which is good. You can be unstoppable with this 3 turns, so that will be helpful for all the fight, including boss, clan boss, Doom Tower, faction, dungeons. So he's good. Yeah, we're not gonna go over on every single one of their skills, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this guy has also an heal on A1. 7.5 of their max HP, which is good. And also he does have a 4-turn cooldown for increased crit rate and crit damage for those who needs those crit rate and crit damage. So we're just gonna go on to the next one. Yeah, some of them like Sir Nicholas, Martyr, of course, yes, Astrolon, Roscard. Some of them are good, but they're versatility wise, I'm gonna go with Cardio. So next one is Barbarian. Barbarian. I will go with Valkyrie because of Valkyrie's A2. Excuse me. Excuse me. Attack all enemies, places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns. That's 3 turns we're talking about, guys. And a counter attack for all allies for 2 turns, which is good. This is good for boss, good for Doom Tower, faction wars, dungeon, and arena, of course. She's actually good in arena too. I think one of the best or second best nuker for me, in my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna go to, let me see. I know some of you guys are gonna go with Seal of the Drakes, but for me it's Valkyrie, guys. So we're gonna go for Ogren. Ogren tribe, there's not much in Ogren, but among the legendaries, if we have to pick up legendaries from every faction, it's gonna be Big Un. So Big Un has an A2, which is a stun for all enemies. Attack all enemies has a 30% chance of placing stans. Debuff for 1 turn. Also has a 50% chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy debuff for 2 turns. So he's not only good on Spider Den because of that accuracy and also the stun. It's good for arena too. Arena, dungeon, faction wars, boss, maybe speed. Accuracy. Actually, accuracy in dungeon is good, which is good. 90%. I mean 90%. 90. Alright, so we're gonna go for Lizard Den. Lizard Den, we have Basara. I think this is one of the new legendary. Nobody has it. Oh, actually, maybe somebody has already, but it's not even rated. But we're not base our opinion on any ratings. Reason why we chose Basara is because the A2, as you can see, it has a place at 25% strength buff and also a 15% continuous heal for buff on all allies for 2 turns, and also plays a shield buff for 2 turns equal to 25% of this champion HP on allies under fear, true fear, priest, provoke, sleep, and stand. Okay. It has a stand, but only for one enemy. Okay, let me see. Oh, actually, there's one stand right here for all enemies, which is actually good. And also the passive. Whenever an enemy is revived, has a 75% chance of placing a stand debuff on them for one turn, which is good. This effect cannot be resisted. Ooh, that makes it way better. So we chose Basara over Chris. Reason why? Because Chris is not good in some. Oh, actually, Chris is actually good. Let me see. I think I overlooked this. Speed. Ally protection. All allies. Okay, ally protection. Okay, actually his buffs, some of them are just for him. And then it has a conditional. Yeah, but still we're gonna go with the new guy. This is just my opinion, but it looks like he has more buff and debuff. Yep. So next would be Skinwalker. Skinwalker, let's see. Skinwalker, we have two of them, but we're just gonna go with Leo. Leorius the Proud. Okay, reason why? It's because of his A3. Yeah, attack all enemies has an 80% chance of placing a true fear debuff for one turn. Before attacking has an 80% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Imagine the 80%, it's already there. So accuracy it's totally high. But if you buff or equip it with more accuracy, that would be nice. But still A3 has an all enemy AoE attack. I think most of his attack has an AoE. Yep, A2, A3. And the passive is actually good. Instantly places an unkillable buff on this champion for one turn before receiving a fatal hit. Okay, I think they're talking about critical hit here. Damage increases as champion HP decreases by 1% for every 1% of HP loss. Ooh, okay. So you get a 20% damage, you get 20% increase. 20% damage of HP loss. You put back the same thing. Once you hit somebody, you damage 20% too. So it matches your HP loss. Which makes him a better than Tiomesha. Tiomesha is good too, but we're just gonna go with because of the overall. Yeah. So Tiomesha is not really good in Clan Boss and Fire Knight. I can tell by looking at it. No AoE on this one. Okay, decrease speed is this tackle enemies placing an HP during for 3 turns. 75% chance of placing stand debuff for 1 turn on targets. So this is kind of like a random, I guess. which make her second best. Whenever an ally or enemy is under HP burn debuff, this champion is immune to stun. Yep, she's not really a clan boss thing. Very conditional when it comes to her utilities. So, yep, Leoreus the Proud is our pick. I would say he's one of the best legendary in Skinwalker. Alright, let's see. So we're doing orcs. Alright, when it comes to orcs, I know you guys would pick Iron Brago, but we're talking about all around champions. So I'm gonna go with Warlord. So reason why, it's because of his A2. Places a block debuff buff on all allies for 1 turn. Then places a shield buff on all allies for equal to 30% of this champion max HP. So if you buff him with more HP, then you get more shield on this guy. For 2 turns, heals allies by 25% of their max HP. Also heals. There you go. And we're talking about an AoE heals here, not just one. And also he has a 4-turn cooldown. Attack all enemies has a 70% chance to put each target skills on cooldown. It's a 30% chance to fully depleted each target turn meter. There you go. An AoE turn meter is good. And also a skill cooldown. That makes him the best legendary for overall. So I know, yeah, you guys are gonna go maybe Iron Brago, but Iron Brago is not good in some areas. As you can see, Fire Knight, not much of a raid in there. Also Magic Keep. Yeah, reason why provoke. That's all you can give for yeah, not much utility right there. You have a provoke, just provoke, but how about the boss clan? Yeah, you cannot stand the boss. Boss clan, you cannot stand the boss and boss clan. Not even the Fire Knight, I don't think so. Okay, that's why we go for Warlord. And the next one would be Demonspawn. So Demonspawn, no doubt we have overall Duchess Lilithu because of her overall perks and skills. Yeah, attack one enemy 2 times, then place a shield buff equal to 10% of this champion for 2 turns on this champion and the ally with lowest HP, which is not only Duchess but one of your allies. That's a guarantee every attack. Yeah. And also places a block debuff and a 50% increase attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Places a veil, perfect veil, buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Which is, if you're on veil and they're attacking you, if the enemy is not using an AoE, then they can only hit Duchess Leader 2 because of these skills. And same thing, revives all dead allies with 70% HP, which is good. Not just 25%, 30%, but 70% HP. So this is not just one ally, it says all dead allies. So like on this one, I'm using her on Arena. She's very good in Arena. She's always the last person to die, I would say. And also on Faction, Dungeon, Doom Tower, she's always the last person. Yep. Okay, let's see her passive. She does have decreased the damage taken by all allies from AoE attack by 25% and 15% from bosses. And she also has a decent amount of speed for all battles, so you can put her on lead as a leader. So for me, Duchess Lily 2 is my number one overall legendary champion. Yeah, when it comes to champion overall, yeah, Duchess Lily 2, guys. Oh, hello. hello. Welcome back. Apple, thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing a legendary. We're picking one legendary for overall use. Versatility. We're talking about versatility of the champion. Yeah. So we're picking only one champion on every faction. So after that, I think Dark Elves. I think we did yeah, we're done with Demonspawn. Okay. So next is Undead Hordes. We have a couple of them, but I'm gonna go with CP because CP has an overall reason why. It's because of her A2. We're gonna go on to that. Plays a block debuff buffs on all allies for 2 turns, then feels the turn meter of all allies by 10% and plays 60% increased defense buff and a 30% increased increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. So there's an increased defense, increased speed, and a block debuff all in one attack for 4-turn cooldown. And also her A3 revives a single ally by 55 HP, 55% HP, and a full turn meter, which is good. So right after you revive that champion, your ally, it's time for her. It's time for the champion to go first, I would say. Places a 50% attack buff and 30% increased crit rate buff on that ally for 2 turns. Ooh, okay. And this is for a 4-turn cooldown, which is kind of cool. That makes her A2 and A3 makes her better than Bad L. Okay, Bad L wasn't that bad on Fire Knight, I would say, but there's not much utility that you can put in except for the healing on this guy, not unlike CP. All allies inflicted 20% more damage against target under poison, so very conditional. 2% value debuff on all enemies, okay. .25 crit rate. So that one is very conditional passive. But still I'm gonna go with CP because CP has more utility compared to any other. Yep, crit rate. Crit rate, increase attack. She has increased defense, increased speed. Passive, not really. But yeah, A2 and A3. 4-turn cooldown on both, which is good. With resist in all battle by 80. There you go. When it says all battle, that means anywhere you put her. Which is makes her the #1 legendary overall in the Undead Hordes. So we're gonna go with Dark Elves. Dark Elves, we have Savior. There you go. Savior has an A3. So attack all enemies. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived, which makes her the #1. Deals damage from all poison. Okay. Debuff. Deals damage from all poison debuff on the target instantly. So that means if your target has a poison already, it activates that. I'm not sure if it is everything on that. If you have a couple of poison on the target, probably, because it says instantly. Debuffs on the target. Yep. Poison. Debuff will only deal half of the standard damage when this skill hits bosses. Okay. So still, if you have a poison in there, which is the A2 has it. And A1. So that's a guarantee poison on the enemy, I would say. Effect takes 4 random debuff from the target, placing them on all. Yeah. Oh, this is very conditional. The one on the bottom. Okay. And all battles, you can use her for if you wanna go with attack percentage. If you have all nukers in your party, then you can use her as a leader. So we're gonna go with Savior. I know Ray is good. Who else is good in here? Lydia is good, but Lydia is not an all-around. There are some cases. Let me see. Campaign. Okay. Clan boss. There you go. She's not that. Fire Knight. Reason why? Clan boss, fear. Bosses, they don't get infected with fear. And some of them are very conditional. Not bad. Arena battle, but not for everything. So we're just gonna go with Savior. I know Visir is good too. Eva is okay. I know Lanakis is good because it has but not much utility on Lanakis. That's why we didn't go with her. Yep. A2 is actually good for Lanakis, but that's all she can give. I don't think the boss would okay. So yeah, we go with Sabia. Sabia is one of the best one for overall legendaries. Okay, now we're gonna go for Night Revenant. Night Revenant, I don't know if you guys gonna agree with me, but I'm gonna go with Calbalax. Calbalax has an overall utility in there you can use for the boss. Poison, poison, poison continuous heal. But if you guys notice on, even if you check every single one of the legendaries, it not just the ratings but overall skills, some of them is very are very conditional, and also doesn't have any AoE attacks, which make them less of an overall champion. So we're gonna go with Calvalax here on the Night Revenant. There's not much in here. You can go with Matter Sibyl. Sibyl, yeah. This lady over here, she's one of the good one, but I rather go with Calvalax for overall. So next would be the Dwarfs. Dwarfs, of course, we only have the obvious, Brogni. Because of Brogni's A2, yep, attack all enemies has a 75% chance of removing one random buff from all enemies, which is good. Has a 75% chance of removing one random debuff from all allies. Increase the value of shield buffs on all allies by 30% of the damage inflicted, which is 30% is a lot. And also he's A3. The reason why is because it's a 3-turn cooldown with a block debuff, buff, and a 50% increased attack on all allies for 2 turns. Also plays a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 30% of this champion max HP. So if you increase his max HP, then you get more shield on him. And this is not just his ally, but everybody, including him, gets it. So increase on everybody 50%, and also the shield 30%, which is kind of cool for him for one attack, which is a 3-turn cooldown. Passive still a shield, and a 60%, not bad. It's only a Doom Tower, but still, because of the A2 and A3, that makes him the #1 overall legendary for the Dwarves. So we all know that Trunda is good for arena and some cases. There you go, Clan Boss, Fire Knight, which is, I don't think you can stand a boss. Dealing damage, but still, no. Attack all enemies, 70% chance of stand debuff for 1 turn. Place HP enemies, okay, everything is stands. HP not that much. It is okay, not really good. Attack 36%, not bad, but not much utility to be the best compared to Brogni. We also have Mountain King. You guys know that he's very popular in arena, battle arena. We also have Tormin, but some of them some of the champions that I mentioned, you can use it on Spider Den, which is really important, and also some places in Doom Tower and Dungeon. Yeah, especially Spider. It's one of the most important places that you can put Brogni. Alright, so last one would be Shadowkin. Shadowkin, we also have an obvious one. Of course, we're not gonna go with Ninja because Ninja is good only for boss and some faction, but I don't think he's good in let me see. Yep, Spider Den. I don't think he would excel in there. We'll check why. Arena defense. Fire Knight. Okay. Yeah, he's okay with clan boss. But still, compared to Riho has an A2. There you go. It's pretty obvious that she can place a stand debuff on a target enemy for 1 turn as well as an HP burn. Debuff, a 60% decreased defense, 25% weaken debuff, a 50% decreased attack debuff, and a 30% crit rate debuff for 2 turns, then attack the target. Okay, and also has an A3, which is remove all debuffs from all allies, then places a block debuff. So removing and putting a blocking a debuff, which is good for everybody. Okay, buff on them for 2 turns. We're talking about all allies here, guys. So block debuff and removing debuff from all allies is good. Also heals all allies by 30% of their max HP and by a further 5% of each debuff removes from them. So 30% of their max HP, which is a lot. Let's see. When receiving any debuff, instantly transfer them from this champion to the attacker, which is good. Okay, that's good. And also she has a faction creep attack power 42%, which is good. So she has the utility to do clan boss at the same time. Faction and arena. You can use her on arena too because of this debuff. And the A1 that she has, A3. Okay, no doubt. Yes. So that's it, guys, for our one legendary on each faction that has more utility and more versatility. Thank you guys for watching. Put a comment down below if you guys have any comment or disagreement on that or any comment suggestion at all. Let me know on the comment down below. So thank you again. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Apple. Thank you, everybody. You guys have a wonderful day. That's our legendary one legendary best on overall. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye bye.